Today, I'm sharing another vibrational essence with you, the Digestive Essence from Canadian Tree Essences. Hi, it is Linda here from ThoughtChange.com, energy healer, spiritual coach, and mentor, here to help you create positive transformation in your life. From the Canadian Tree Essences, Digestive. This is the first in their series of 12 Body Synergies. And it is for so much more than just digestion. Earlier this week, I had an old friend call me, and we hadn't talked for a while, so we were catching up, and she was telling me that she was having some digestion issues. And our conversation carried on, and then she said, oh, I've got some vibrational essences I don't use. I wondered if you wanted them. And when I asked her what she had, the first one she said was from Canadian Tree Essences, the Digestive. And I said to her, why aren't you using it? Because these things are amazing. She didn't actually have a good reason why she wasn't using it, so I encouraged her to use it. And 3 days later, she called again and she said, I think that essence is helping me. So this is a pretty amazing essence, actually. Like I said, it's more than just your digestive system, but it does also work on your digestive system. So if you have any issues with stomach, liver, gallbladder, small intestine, but also teeth and lips and the mouth in general, or the esophagus, this will pull emotions out of those areas. And it's really about digesting emotions. It's about digesting what's happening in your life. And on the physical level, we have the physical body to do that for us. But there's energetic and emotional as well. So we're going to go ahead and have 7 drops of this essence. You simply need to tune in and intend or allow this essence to make shifts in your system and help you to release any emotions that need to be digested. And again, if you need a ritual, right hand on heart, left hand out. Left hand is receiving. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll take the first drop. Just kind of pay attention to how you're feeling inside at the moment. And there we go. So this particular essence is especially effective for releasing buried anger, bitterness, resentment. And we might not even be aware that we have those emotions. Sometimes when we feel pressure or there's a lot going on in our life, and it is difficult to digest everything that's happening, you know, there's a part of our being that might have some anger that we've put ourselves in this position, or someone's treating us a certain way, or that we're putting up with it. Or on a more global scale, we can have anger on what's happening in humanity or in politics. So we've had our first drop. We're going to go ahead now and take the second drop. There we go. Now I have a pretty amazing story with this essence that involved my husband. At this particular time, he was going through a really stressful time at work. There was a lot of pressure. So I took this essence and I put 11 drops in the juice jug. He's the guy who drinks the juice. And the night I did that, you know, we went to sleep. In the morning, I asked him how he slept, and he said he had a weird night because he had really strange dreams. He had angry dreams, and I thought, wow, that's pretty amazing because it was bringing up this anger he didn't allow himself to acknowledge, and it was helping him process through his dreams. So that is a really good way of seeing how this essence can work. It doesn't have to work through your dreams. You know, if you're a little more consciously working through your stuff, you will notice it's dissolving them. So I'm going to go ahead now and take drop number 3. And it's super windy here today, so you might hear some really strange noises outside, and hopefully not. This is all about digesting and processing your emotions and your experiences in life. If you've done any exploration on healing physical issues, alternatively, you know the impact that emotions have on you. There's many modalities out there that helps release trapped emotions. I work with quite a few of them. There's lots of other ones, and they can become stuck essentially, or trapped quite easily if we suppress them and don't just let that energy that emotion has out, or let ourselves experience them in the moment when we're having them. And it can cause all kinds of things like food sensitivities or food allergies, indigestion, and some really serious issues as well. Of course, the liver and gallbladder hold anger and rage. Let's go ahead now and take number 4. Just tune in and see if you notice any differences. I feel a little bit of stirring kind of in the crown chakra for me, a little bit on the face. When there's a lot going on in your life, this is a perfect essence to take. There are specific feelings it's recommended for, including being unable to assimilate certain events or certain emotions, for feeling imperfection, having indecision, and kind of oscillating between this and that and this and that and not knowing what to do, will help you kind of process your choices and process the circumstances, your emotions around them, and help you choose wisely. It's also good for suppressed anger, like I mentioned, or being easily offended or easily triggered. Both of those two things, easily offended, easily triggered, they're really indications of some suppressed emotions that are getting activated when similar circumstances or similar experiences are in our field. You know, people can take words or even looks personally and be very easily offended. And it really doesn't have as much to do with you as with themselves and what they're carrying in their emotional field and their energy field that gets triggered. So let's go ahead and take drop number 5. Okay, there we go. And I can start to feel, you know, that when you're angry, or if you see someone angry, cartoons are wonderful for this, and the face is all squinched up. And that's kind of how it feels like in my energy field. So it's pulling out anger, pulling out anger. So again, being annoyed, being easily frustrated, having resentment, having kind of sarcastic humor, because quite often under sarcasm there lays a level of anger within us. Any feelings of heaviness or lingering effects from traumas that haven't been fully assimilated. So let's go ahead and take drop number 6. I'd love to know how you're making out, if you feel any shifts in your own energy field. And even within the next 24 hours of watching this video, if something comes up into your awareness, perhaps that either needs healing or that you've noticed a shift in how you respond, it would be very interesting for me. There are also certain patterns and behaviors that this essence can assist with. It includes being a perfectionist, being oversensitive, and that is not just with people's comments or looks, but very sensitive with smells and tastes. If you have one of those minds that overanalyzes, this is a perfect essence because that mind is busy thinking, and trying to understand, where this essence can kind of go underneath that and go into the energy of it and the emotions that you trigger and just help you digest more easily. That includes if you replay old memories over and over again. And the really interesting thing about memories is that when you remember something, you're not remembering the actual memory. You remember the last time you played that memory, and it gets distorted over time. It's kind of like that childhood game of playing telephone. You're essentially doing that with yourself. There will be an essence or a stream of reality left in that memory, hopefully, if you haven't distorted it too much, but there'll be a lot of other thoughts and emotions put into that remembrance that you had after the actual experience. This is also good if people reject unpleasant feelings. They become suppressed. Remember, our feelings are just our guidance system to tell us when we are in alignment with our true self or not, if something's not in alignment or in resonance with who we are and what we've come here to do. Our emotions tell us that. And we can look at our behavior and our circumstances and any people around us involved in those unpleasant emotions and decide from there. If we repeat old patterns and mistakes, this is also a good essence because our unconscious is bringing up the stuff for us to digest. So why not give it a little assistance so we don't have to repeat and learn things the hard way. Also, if you hold a grudge or if you have uncontrollable urges, these are all things that come up from the unconscious mind, and there's something we can do about it. So let's go ahead and take drop number 7. There we go. There we go. And again, with any of your vibrational essences at home, you don't have to take them this slowly, but it's really interesting to kind of tune in and pay attention how you feel after each drop. You can put them all in your mouth at once, all the drops that you're taking, or you can mix them with water. They'll still work just fine. So I hope you've enjoyed this share of the digestive essence from the Canadian Tree Essences. Please subscribe if you like this video. Come and visit me at thoughtchange.com and pick up your free copy of Learning to Listen.